The Atlanta Falcons may be about to make another bold move in their secondary, a decision that could be just a forgotten footnote or a subtle masterstroke in the making. I'll tell you all about it firsthand, but first, hit the like button, and if, like me, you can't wait to see our team on the field, write in the comments, rise up. Now, let's get right to it. At the center of this story is C.J. Henderson, a former top 10 NFL draft pick who once held the promise of stardom and now finds himself struggling to stay in the league. The Falcons, clearly dissatisfied with their current cornerback roster, signed him, a clear sign that they're still looking to bolster their defense. But what's really behind this decision, and why does it feel like déjà vu to Atlanta fans? Back in 2020, Henderson was a name the Falcons had seriously considered trading up for. Instead, they stayed put and drafted A.J. Terrell, arguably one of the smartest moves in recent franchise history. Henderson, meanwhile, was taken 9th overall by the Jacksonville Jaguars. That chapter, however, closed abruptly. Just 10 games into his rookie stint, Henderson was shipped off to Carolina, where he struggled for 3 seasons before landing with Pittsburgh. He didn't log a single snap in 2024, finishing the season on injured reserve due to a neck injury. Now at 26, Henderson's career is teetering on the edge, and Atlanta could be his last lifeline. This is an unfamiliar territory for the Falcons. Just last year, GM Terry Fontenot traded a 5th-round pick for Jeff Okudah, another first-round corner from the 2020 class who never quite lived up to the billing. Okudah gave Atlanta a promising 5-game stretch before his performance nosedived. While his impact was short-lived, it demonstrated the team's willingness to roll the dice on reclamation projects, especially at cornerback. And then there's Mike Hughes. Another former first-rounder, Hughes may not have met his initial draft expectations, but he's carved out a role in Atlanta. As CB2, Hughes has provided value, a reminder that draft pedigree doesn't always determine long-term utility. Which brings us back to Henderson. Despite a turbulent NFL journey, his college resume still sparkles. A standout at Florida, he remains the only Gators defender to record a pick-6 in back-to-back games, accomplishing the feat as a freshman in 2017 against Michigan and Tennessee. He finished his college career with 6 interceptions, 22 pass breakups, and 4 sacks, traits that once made him a can't-miss prospect. And though his NFL tenure has been marred by inconsistency and injury, he's accumulated 172 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 16 passes defended, numbers that hint at untapped potential. Why is this important? Because the Falcons are at a crossroads. After an offseason of speculation and a glaring lack of outside corner depth, trying out Henderson could be more than a contingency move. It might be a calculated gamble. Training camp has only amplified concerns. With Keith Taylor absent for consecutive practices and rookie Jalen Walker sidelined from team drills with a hamstring tweak, the urgency to reinforce the cornerback room has become more pronounced. All this unfolds amid a larger narrative in Flowery Branch, where youth is taking center stage. At the Falcons' 5th day of training camp, the energy was palpable, and young stars were stepping into the spotlight. Michael Penix Jr., Atlanta's left-handed quarterback, was electric, connecting with Khadir Hodge for a touchdown and threading a pass to Drake London deep down the sideline. London, showing chemistry with Penix, hauled in a deep route with precise body control and footwork that's becoming his trademark. Yet, the highlight of the day wasn't a touchdown, it was an interception. Penix's red zone decision to loft a jump ball to London was picked off by Natrone Brooks. The reaction? Raw emotion. Penix slammed his helmet, crouched alone for 15 minutes, and let the moment sink in. It was a telling scene. Despite a nearly flawless session, one misstep lit a fire under the calm, poised quarterback. London, speaking afterward, highlighted Penix's relentless pursuit of perfection, even when passes are caught. And then there's the defense. The first-team unit, led by a rampaging pass rush, made life miserable for the second-team offense. James Pierce Jr., the rookie edge rusher out of Tennessee, was everywhere, forcing a holding penalty, blowing up run plays, and deflecting passes. Rooker Aurora added to the chaos, sacking Cousins daily. Defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen's aggressive scheme is giving the front 7 license to dominate, and they're doing just that. So, what's the story Falcons fans need to follow? It's not just Henderson's workout. It's the intersection of opportunity, redemption, and roster recalibration. Will C.J. Henderson be the next bust-turn-value player like Mike Hughes? Or will he fade into obscurity like Okudah? The Falcons are betting that amidst the youth movement and growing competition in camp, there's room for one more comeback. What do you think about the Falcons giving C.J. Henderson a shot? Could he be a diamond in the rough, or is this another failed experiment waiting to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, the internal battle for roster spots is intensifying. Natron Brooks and Lamar Jackson are quietly making cases for themselves as reliable backup corners. Brooks, in particular, has shined throughout camp, not only intercepting Penix but consistently disrupting passes and sticking close in coverage. His performance could impact decisions on whether a player like Henderson even gets a fair shot. That's the reality. While the workout grabs headlines, it's the day-to-day grind at training camp that determines who stays and who goes. The wide receiver group, on the other hand, has been boosted by under-the-radar names stepping up. David Sills V, for example, is making the most of his opportunities with Darnell Mooney sidelined. A toe-tapping touchdown in the red zone and consistent catches in team drills have earned him praise, even from Drake London, who admitted he used to watch Sills' college highlights. Dylan Drummond also turned heads with his speed on a tunnel screen, showing he could be a dark horse candidate in the return game alongside Jamal Agnew. Kirk Cousins, operating with the second-team offense, isn't just going through the motions. The veteran delivered one of the most picturesque passes of camp, a deep touchdown to Casey Washington, perfectly placed where only the receiver could catch it. That chemistry could prove vital as the Falcons continue to structure their depth chart. Easton Stick, too, is earning quiet praise, staying late after practice to work with receivers and throwing with noticeable comfort in the scheme. At the line of scrimmage, James Pierce Jr. continues to be the story. Whether it's swatting passes or blowing up plays before they start, Pierce is showing the burst and motor that made him one of the most exciting rookies in this year's class. His relationship with veteran Leonard Floyd has helped accelerate his development. As Pierce said, "God lined it up for me to be able to play with him his first year here, my first year here." That mentorship dynamic is already paying dividends on the field. As the team heads into the sixth open practice and with 38 days until the season opener against Tampa Bay, time is ticking for French players to make their mark. That's what makes this Henderson workout so compelling. It's not just about whether he can play, it's about whether he can outplay younger, hungrier, and healthier options already making their presence felt. The Falcons aren't just building a 53-man roster, they're crafting a team identity. One forged in intense competition, emotional accountability, and an unwavering belief that the best is still yet to come. From Penix's helmet slam to Orhororo's daily sacks, every detail matters. The margins are razor thin, and the stakes grow with every rep. Now it's your turn, Falcons fans. What's your verdict? Should the team roll the dice on C.J. Henderson, or is it time to let the younger corners continue their rise? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for all the latest exclusive Falcons coverage straight from Flowery Branch. Go Falcons!